Hey guys, as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be discussing what movie is going to be better, Batman vs. Superman or Civil War. Let's talk about that. Guys, even though I'm a fanboy myself, I still can't give this trailer a great review, due to a few things. First off, it gives away the first act, the second act, and the third act of the film. This was also a problem in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know if any of you remember that movie or the trailer that came out when that movie came out, but there definitely were some issues, and in this trailer, it gives away too much, okay? I didn't want to know that much going into this movie, and it gives away a lot. That being said, there are great qualities about the trailer. I don't think that it gave too much of the plot away, but I do think that it definitely set up what the movie's going to look like, and for a lot of Batman vs. Superman fans, or comic book fans in general, people who like the storyline, people who like the comics, it's just a little bit disappointing, especially because we waited so long for it, and now that it's coming out, we want it to be great, but if it's not, it's just a waste of time, and it's contradicting the very reason we watch film. The reason we watch film is because it's enjoyable or it's entertaining. And if it's neither of those, then we have a problem, and it might pan out to be a bad film. But this trailer, I know I'm picking out a lot of bad things about the trailer. This trailer was not a terrible trailer. There was definitely things that I liked about it. And let's take a look at some things that I liked. And if these characteristics or pieces and themes and tones that I see within the trailer pan out within the movie, I think it has a very good chance at being great. But there are just concerns I have based off of what I see in the trailer. So let's take a look at some clips that I really enjoyed from the trailer.
That's him right there. There he is. Let's get a shot.
Who's that?
You must be new. That is Bruce Wayne.
Mr. Wayne. Clark Kent, Daily Planet.
What's your position on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?
The first thing that I liked about that clip, in particular, was the tone. You could very clearly see that there was going to be a little bit of a tension between the two characters, and that they portrayed that very well. Another part that I really liked was how in the background the music changed based off of the mood during the clip, which added a lot of effect to the trailer clip, I gotta say. It definitely impacted my view of that clip. That's why I liked it so much, particularly because of the amazing change in the music. Definitely added effect. Great decision by the trailer editors. Also, I really liked that when Clark Kent asks him the question and he looks at him and turns, and the expression that Ben Affleck or Batman has on his face. Very, very, you can see the acting is going to be very, very good, at least on Ben Affleck's part. And we'll see with how Superman pans out. But I think that Ben Affleck has, proved himself, in my opinion, in the past. But the trailer looks very good. I'm excited to see, how the next trailer that comes out. At the same time, I'm a little bit worried about them revealing too much. But I think the movie could be good based off of what I've seen in this. It also has a very dark tone and a little bit gritty. Well, also in that scene, it's very classy. There's classical music and everyone's dressed up. So I like that clip because it contradicted with what was going on in that clip. The feeling contradicted with the actual setting. So pretty nice clip there. I enjoyed that one. Moving on to another clip that I liked. Let's take a look.
Civil liberties are being trampled on in your city. People living in fear. He thinks he's above the law.
The Daily Planet criticizing those who think they're above the law is a little hypocritical. What'd you say? Considering every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you read a puff piece editorial about an alien. You could burn the whole place down.
Most of the world doesn't share your opinion, Mr. Wayne.
Maybe it's Gotham City and me. We just have a bad history with freaks dressed like clowns.
Boys!
Just to stop it real quick, note to self, the tension break was a very good decision by the director. I liked how they broke the tension between the characters with the villain.
Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. I love it. I love bringing people together. How are we?
Lex?
Hi, hello. Lex, it is a pleasure. Ow! Wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person.
So Jesse Eisenberg, of course, has been confirmed as Lex Luthor. And at first I was hesitant about this choice of actor, but I think overall, now that I've seen the trailer, I like his comedic style, but I do definitely have concerns about his character. First off, I've seen Jesse Eisenberg play this kind of same quirky, odd, slash a little bit, comical character in several other movies. His voice is already a little bit awkward, and his voice has tension and awkwardness within it. And I like that part about him as a person and an actor, because I do recognize that he plays a very specific person or character. But I do think it's a little bit repetitive, and seeing that in this, especially with a character like Lex Luthor, who's not really like that in the comic books, or isn't portrayed like that outside of, from what we've seen in the movie. He isn't quite like that anywhere else, but I do think he could, give it a new spin and change the character up a little bit. I don't think it will, he won't do that much harm by doing that with his character, but I do think that I do have a little bit of issue with him being so awkward. I don't think it will be a problem in the end overall. I think I'll end up enjoying the character, but from what I've seen, that's one of the concerns I have. That's my main concern. But I think if he can pull it off and that awkwardness is contained, he can use it to his advantage, and he can pull it off. So guys, overall, the Batman v Superman trailer, it was okay. I definitely have concerns, but I think overall, you can't totally decide based off a trailer if a movie's good. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I was pumped to go see, and it turned out that they gave away everything in the trailer. And I've learned to really examine trailers for, their acts, first, second, and third, and just if I can figure out what each act individually. When I say act, I mean parts of the movie in order. If that's the case, I don't think that I should be able to do that as an audience member. So, overall, Batman v Superman trailer, if I was rating it from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 6. It wasn't amazing. There were definitely parts that I was blown away by, with the tension between the conversation of Batman and Superman. But besides that, I think the other stuff brought it down a lot, just seeing Doomsday and all that kind of stuff. But, we'll see. It could be good, it could be bad. You can never tell. But moving on to the Civil War trailer, which is the one I'm more excited for. I'm just going to jump into the clips. There's tons of things that I like, so I'm just going to narrow it down to 3 of my favorite clips, and I'm just going to discuss them and go over all the stuff that I loved in that trailer.
Buck, do you remember me?
Your mom's name was Sarah. You used to wear newspapers in your shoes.
You're a wanted man.
I don't do that anymore.
Well, the people who think you did are coming right now. And they're not planning on taking you alive.
The dramatic clips within that part of the trailer, or segments within the trailer, are very, very well edited. But that clip in particular, I think what I like most about it, the action is great. It's well collaborated. It definitely has segments to it that are put together well, and you can see that there's definitely an emotional roller coaster going on between the characters. Bucky is not sure what he thinks of Captain America, but he's connecting with him more than a lot more than he was in the Winter Soldier, and Captain America is trying to reach out to him more. But in that clip in particular, there's definitely emotion, stirring up between the characters. There's action, well edited. I definitely would say it wasn't just the editing, but the way it was put together did help with that trailer clip. So that clip in particular, I liked it. Good opener for the trailer. It was definitely dramatic. There was a lot going on, but it kind of cleared up what was going to happen at the beginning of the story, even though everyone kind of knows, because Civil War it has a book. It's basically a movie based off of a comic book, others are, but this one in particular is a very structured story that a lot of people read and a lot of people know. So let's move on to the next clip. I love that first one. Let's move on to the next one. We can talk about what I like.
Captain, while a great many people see you as a hero, there are some who'd prefer the word vigilante. You've operated with unlimited power and no supervision. That's something the world can no longer tolerate.
I know how much Bucky means to you. Stay out of this one. Please. You'll only make this worse.
You saying you'll arrest me?
There will be consequences.
Captain, you seem a little defensive. Well, it's been a long day.
If we can't accept limitations, we're no better than bad guys.
That's not the way I see it.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
You know, that last part's a great example of the tension between, you know, Cap and Iron and, you know, Tony. And we see that throughout the trailer, but, you know, that part is just another example of them slamming each other, or, you know, roasting each other, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I say that for inside that clip, you see a lot of the political side show up. You know, we see almost the Republicans and Democrats, you know, facing off because literally their political agendas that both characters are trying to, you know, push for. Cap being, of course, the Republican side, and Iron Man being more of the Democratic side. But you know, it shows the political side of it, which is very interesting to see. But you know, it just in all that last clip is a great example of what this story is going to be about. Cap versus Iron Man, the struggle between the two characters, and you know, why are they fighting? Why are they you know, facing off? There would have to be a good reason, and of course the reason is it's about freedom and justice, the two different sides. So very interesting trailer. It sums up what the story is going to be about without showing too much. I think it does show some action clips throughout. But I don't think it's exposing too much of the trailer. So overall, really enjoyed that last clip. But let's take a look at all the action clips, because I'm an action film junkie myself, and I'd love to take a look at all of the clips put together. So here's just a cut-up version of all the action clips put together.
I just want to make sure we consider all our options. Me too.
You know what's about to happen. Do you?
We fight. Sorry, Tony. You know I wouldn't do this if I had any other choice. But he's my friend. So was I.
Yeah, that last clip, or that last little segment of the clip is, it's so suspenseful. You're seeing Iron Man battling it out with Bucky and Cap, and it just looks so gritty. That last part is insane. I loved that last part, especially. But then you see Falcon. That's another highlight about the last clips we just saw. Falcon, he's in there a lot. You see a lot of his action segments. He's active. He's flying around a lot. He uses his flight to his advantage, so he can jump up higher. He can do 360s, jumps. Oh, he just looks awesome. And his wings are a really cool addition. I really like it. I'm glad they added it to his suit. When we see all the teams running at each other, it's overall looks amazing. I'm excited for it. Looks great. The action scenes are well directed and definitely well edited. So I love the trailer. Now, guys, I got to give the trailer a 9 out of 10. It was emotional, suspenseful, and very political. And then for Batman v Superman, I think I got to give it a 6 out of 10. There was a lot of tension. It was dark and it was powerful. So those are if I had to, you know, sum it up into 3 words about those last 2 trailers. Loved it, guys. What did you think? Leave in the comments what you thought. Please like this video. You know, give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe. There are plenty more videos where we're going to compare trailers, talk about movies, talk about video games. We're going to do the whole 9 yards, and it's all coming up soon. We're just getting started, and we're excited to see where this channel goes. So, guys, please subscribe, and join us next time when we talk entertainment.